Greetings, everyone. I trust you're all having a fantastic day. Today's discussion delves into the intricate behaviors exhibited by narcissists that you may have observed but not fully comprehended. We're exploring the daily actions of narcissists, particularly when they feel overlooked. Get ready to uncover some fascinating insights into self-centered behavior. Have you ever witnessed the peculiar actions of a narcissist? How do they seamlessly oscillate between extremes, leaving you feeling destabilized? The abrupt transition from showing intense interest to complete disregard can be bewildering and unsettling. This unpredictable behavior is a common tactic employed by narcissists to achieve their objectives. Individuals with narcissistic traits often abruptly withdraw attention from someone they previously found intriguing. While it may seem peculiar, there's a method to this madness. The intention behind this behavior is to destabilize the person they are interacting with, creating discomfort and instilling self-doubt in their worth and confidence. For narcissists, validating their own worth is of utmost importance. They relish the game of sparking your interest and then feigning indifference. In this distorted form of self-assurance, they convince themselves and you that your presence is inconsequential. Playing with your emotions to assert dominance, they derive pleasure from witnessing the distress caused by their erratic conduct. When a narcissist abruptly ignores or distances themselves from you, and you respond as expected, nervously questioning their sudden change in behavior, eventually seeking them out to understand why, it serves their agenda. The satisfaction they derive from your concern, your attempts to decipher what went wrong, makes them feel important and grants them the sought-after approval. This aligns perfectly with the reaction they anticipate when they abruptly withdraw attention after an intense period of focus, also known as love bombing. Narcissists excel at this tactic, understanding that they can simply observe the ensuing drama once they initiate the silent treatment. They patiently wait, anticipating your anxious reaction. Their goal is for you to be troubled and stressed, and they expect you to reach out to seek clarification or solace. Most of the time, the narcissist's manipulative strategy proves effective, as they usually elicit the desired response when employing this push-pull method with their partners or others they find interesting. Unfortunately, for some individuals, this cycle can persist, leaving them in a perpetual state of worry and confusion, a stark reality of dealing with a narcissist. Consider a scenario where you deviate from someone's expectations. Envision that this individual withdraws and displays a complete lack of interest in you, and in response, you reciprocate by doing the same. Initially, they might perceive it as a temporary phase, assuming you'll return to them soon because they believe you're deeply in love and unable to stay away for long. But what if the anticipated return never materializes? What if you persist in keeping your distance, portraying indifference and continuing with your life as if nothing has changed? In such situations, the narcissist begins to feel increasingly uneasy. Doubts creep into their mind about their actions, perceptions, and even their own convictions. A barrage of questions floods their thoughts. Did I misinterpret the situation? Perhaps they aren't as interested as I believed. Could I risk losing them if this charade of apathy persists? Due to their self-centered nature, narcissists often attempt to re-establish contact with you. When they encounter you, they may adopt a more amiable and interested demeanor, inquiring about your well-being and exclaiming, "Hello, stranger. How are you? What have you been up to? Why didn't you call? Why haven't you made an effort to reach out?" It's as if they were not the ones who initially ignored you. Subsequently, they meticulously observe your responses to gauge any signs of nervousness, assess your level of commitment, and determine whether you care. Their primary objective is to ascertain your level of interest in them. If they perceive a lack of interest, they intensify their efforts to regain your attention, leading to an escalation of love bombing. They shower you with more attention, invest additional time in your company, and undertake actions to make you feel valued. Their ultimate goal is to cultivate your heightened concern for them, enabling them to repeat the cycle of ignoring you, withdrawing, and deriving satisfaction from your discomfort and anxiety. Now, envision a scenario where roles are reversed. Picture a narcissist ignoring you, and instead of pursuing them, you choose to reciprocate by distancing yourself. Envision them attempting to create distance, and rather than reaching out, you opt for even greater detachment. This behavior would likely bewilder the narcissist, especially if they previously regarded you as a dependable source of narcissistic supply. They might become fixated on you not because you are playing their game, but because you appear to excel at their own manipulative tactics. The unexpected shift in dynamics can catch the narcissist off guard. Historically, they believed themselves to be more intelligent, cunning, and adept at manipulating people than you. They assumed a position of superiority, viewing you merely as a tool. Therefore, how is it that you're outsmarting them? Approaching with unwavering confidence, the narcissist was certain that you would succumb to their charms and become more dependent on them than they were on you. However, reality is diverging from their expectations, leaving them perplexed about the reasons behind it. If you opt to disregard the narcissists, mirroring their behavior and intensifying your lack of interest, they often find themselves immersed in contemplation. They seek to understand why you're behaving contrary to their anticipated response. Confused and enraged, they might harbor feelings of anger and fear towards you, paradoxically heightening their attention to your actions. In some instances, a narcissist may become enamored with their own source of supply, especially if the supply adeptly mimics the narcissist's behavior. Should you emulate their actions, the narcissist might develop an obsession with unraveling your motives. They strive to identify your vulnerabilities and comprehend how you are surpassing them at their own manipulative game. Given their adeptness in dealing with others, narcissists anticipate victory in every interaction. Consequently, when faced with a failure to secure a win, they engage in self-reflection to discern the root cause of their shortcomings. In the intricate dance with a narcissist, adopting their own tactics can yield surprising results. However, it's crucial to recognize that this isn't a game and isn't a sustainable strategy in the long run. The primary objective when employing such an approach should be to extricate oneself from the situation. When a narcissist encounters someone they initially underestimated or took for granted, discovering that person to be unpredictable and distinct from the others prompts profound self-reflection. The narcissist may find themselves contemplating whether there's any similarity between the two. Ultimately, it leads them to question why you defy predictability, deviate from the norm, and don't conform to their anticipated behavior. Predictability is a cornerstone for narcissists, providing a sense of security and control when they can foresee how their source of supply will act and respond. When the supply deviates from this accustomed pattern, the narcissist becomes intensely fixated on them in an unexpected manner. Discomfort arises as the supply begins to exhibit unexpected behaviors, showcasing newfound strength and resilience. The supply no longer neatly fits into the controlled box the narcissist crafted for them, leaving the narcissist off-kilter and preoccupied with the unpredictability and strength exhibited by the supply. This unease often transforms into an obsession for the narcissist. The thoughts of the supply dominate their existence, inundating them with questions like, why isn't the supply conforming to expectations? How did the supply become so formidable? Can they manipulate circumstances to regain control? These persistent questions incessantly occupy the narcissist's mind. As the narcissist grapples with these contemplations, they inadvertently channel a significant amount of emotional energy into the supply. The act of incessantly thinking about someone over days, weeks, or even months reflects a substantial mental investment in that individual. This emotional stake intensifies as the narcissist contends with the challenges posed by the unpredictable nature of the supply. When individuals deviate from the predetermined script the narcissist has crafted for them, the narcissist often expends considerable emotional energy on these non-conforming figures. If someone manages to outsmart or surpass the narcissist, an emotional investment is established. Once a narcissist becomes personally invested in an individual, disentangling from them becomes a more challenging endeavor. This complexity adds a layer of difficulty to the situation. Given this, it is advisable to maintain a distance from the narcissist and avoid providing them with ample material for contemplation. Engaging in a tug-of-war with the narcissist may offer a fleeting sense of satisfaction, but it runs the risk of triggering an obsessive fixation on your part, which is not conducive to your well-being. Such intense passion can contribute to the toxicity of your life, becoming increasingly unmanageable over time. If the narcissist develops a personal investment in you, breaking free from the relationship becomes a more intricate process. In the initial stages, preserving distance and relinquishing the ego prove beneficial. Entering into an exhausting cycle of interactions with the narcissist may amplify their emotional attachment, complicating your ability to extricate yourself from the relationship. If a narcissist is giving you the silent treatment, the most effective response is to mirror their behavior. It's crucial to resist the urge to seek their attention actively, as doing so can lead to undesirable consequences. Falling into the trap of wanting their attention may compromise your pride and honor. Instead, the recommended strategy is to emulate their indifference. If they exhibit apathy towards you, reciprocate accordingly. This approach not only safeguards your self-respect, but also serves as a protective measure against manipulative games. Recognizing these dynamics is pivotal, signaling the need to formulate exit plans. Prolonged exposure to such situations can detrimentally impact your mental and emotional well-being. Narcissists possess distinct thought patterns and behaviors, often driven by a desire to assert dominance and project confidence. However, when confronted with situations beyond their planning or control, they may intensify their focus on the involved person or event. This inclination sheds light on the intricacies of their cognitive processes, indicating potential areas of vulnerability. Moreover, narcissists may become fixated on unraveling situations they believed they understood, but ultimately did not. This obsessive quest for control can be both unhealthy and mentally exhausting. An intriguing aspect of dealing with narcissists is their desire for you to pursue them when they give you the cold shoulder. However, mirroring their behavior by ignoring them in return may prompt them to seek your attention. Once you've resolved to terminate the relationship, it's imperative to stand firm, regardless of their actions or attempts to draw you back in. To safeguard yourself effectively, it's crucial to grasp the dynamics of a relationship with a narcissist. Armed with an understanding of their thought processes and manipulative strategies, you can strategize your exit from the toxic relationship. While reciprocating their ignoring tactics may be a short-term strategy, the ultimate objective should be a complete departure from the detrimental relationship. Prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being is paramount. By comprehending how narcissists engage in psychological games and manipulation, you empower yourself to navigate challenging situations. If you found this information helpful, kindly express your approval by clicking the like button and subscribing for more content. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. Take care and stay resilient until our next encounter. In the intricate dance of emotions, narcissists tiptoe on the precipice, viewing feelings as a perilous weakness and potential threat. Their parental landscape, barren of encouragement in their formative years, morphs into a struggle to articulate emotions as adults. The conviction that strength is the currency for respect surrounds them, for what could be more dreadful than the absence of admiration and regard? A warm invitation echoes through the corridors of understanding. Welcome to this cinematic exploration, tailor-made for those intrigued by the enigma of narcissism. In today's feature presentation, we delve into the mystique of silence, distinguishing between administering the silent treatment to a narcissist and finding yourself on the receiving end. We, unlike our narcissistic counterparts, do not shroud ourselves in silence to manipulate affection or attention. Unraveling the art of effectively employing the silent treatment on a narcissist, we venture into the realm of speculation on the responses one might anticipate when words cease to flow. In the vast tapestry of existence, narcissists weave their threads ubiquitously, presenting a formidable challenge to those seeking to steer clear. Understanding the art of evading collaboration with these enigmatic beings becomes invaluable, recognizing that not every contract extended by a narcissist is a pact worth signing. To shield oneself from the emotional tumult orchestrated by a narcissist, one must summon the courage to stand tall, resisting the urge to respond to their advances or betray any inkling of concern. Our version of radio silence diverges markedly from the narcissistic playbook. A narcissist might wield this tactic as a weapon, a means to punish and dominate those in their sphere. When confronted with rejection, criticism, or any form of challenge, the narcissist retreats into silence, a shield against the storm of accountability, plotting their next move or securing their supply. In this intricate narrative of human dynamics, the silent interplay unfolds, revealing the divergent paths of those who wield silence as a weapon and those who embrace it as a shield. In the mysterious realm of the narcissist's sudden silence, a foreboding plot unfolds, and its intentions are rarely benevolent. When the narcissist opts for silence, it's not a mere pause, but a malevolent act designed to inflict harm. Their quiet reverberates with meanness, cruelty, and an underlying current of ill will. Yet, paradoxically, our response is not rooted in malice, but in a desperate quest for self-preservation, a strategic retreat into silence, the art of going grey rock, or any other measure that shields us from the emotional tempest conjured by the narcissistic storm. Trusting the narcissist proves a colossal misstep, a realization etched in the tapestry of our experiences. The dance with narcissists is fraught with peril, a delicate tightrope walk that demands caution and resilience. Anticipating the narcissist's attempt to test the limits, we brace ourselves for a barrage of words and actions aimed at unsettling our emotional equilibrium. Simultaneously, we must remain vigilant, recognizing the narcissist's potential to accuse us of mental abuse and neglect should we choose silence as our shield against their machinations. In their twisted narrative, our silence morphs into intentional deception, a deliberate act of betrayal. The truth, however, is that narcissists lie indiscriminately, weaving a fabric of deceit in every interaction. Another facet of the intricate dance with narcissists lies in their reluctance to swallow their own bitter medicine. As we maintain our silence, the narcissist, bewildered and fretful, grapples with the discomfort of our non-response. Our refusal to cater to their emotional needs exacerbates their predicament. In this intricate choreography, silence emerges as our most potent weapon, a shield that denies them control, for they can only manipulate us when we willingly expose our true thoughts and feelings. In this enigmatic theatre of the mind, the silence we wield becomes our art, a means of self-defense against the narcissists' calculated attempts to hurt and control. Paradoxically, we become the supposed villains when we, too, employ silence to safeguard our well-being. In the realm of silence, we wield a shield against the desires of narcissists, thwarting their attempts to manipulate and control. No power play is at work here. It's a strategic retreat for the preservation of safety, the paramount concern that eclipses all else. Self-care emerges as the guiding principle, an unwavering commitment that should not be compromised, especially in the face of a narcissist's attempts to instill guilt. The art of ignoring a narcissist is a nuanced dance, distinct from embodying narcissistic traits, no matter the labels they may fling our way. Silence, when employed, is not always an act of personal harm. Rather, it becomes a fortress against the narcissist's attempts to weave their manipulative web. It's the most effective means to reclaim control and halt their incessant attempts to intrude upon our emotional landscape. In the intricate dance with narcissists, ignoring becomes a potent tool to curtail their influence and cease their persistent interference. Refusing to grant them access to our thoughts and feelings denies them the emotional reactions they crave. Allowing a narcissist into our lives exposes us to the mind games they play, draining our mental and emotional reservoirs. By resisting their attempts to elicit emotional responses or understanding, we force them to seek alternate paths, diminishing their ability to manipulate our thoughts and feelings. In the face of name-calling and hurtful remarks designed to tarnish our reputation, the strategy is clear: give them nothing. Expect their attempts to incite a reaction, but stand firm in the commitment to avoid being drawn into their toxic drama. Narcissists, surprisingly, are more repelled by those who actively avoid them, an outcome that aligns perfectly with our goal of distancing ourselves from their harmful influence. If the tactic of the cold shoulder or grey rocking proves effective in silencing their chatter, so be it. Our mental and emotional energy is too precious to squander on those who seek only to drain us. It's a proactive stance to safeguard ourselves from the myriad ways in which narcissists can inflict harm if left unchecked. Empowerment lies in our hands to proactively thwart any attempts by them to disrupt our path once more. My earnest desire is to advocate for everyone to take decisive steps to distance themselves from narcissists. It's crucial to recognize that the influence of narcissists only extends as far as we allow ourselves to be emotionally entangled with them. Maintaining a calm demeanor when navigating interactions with narcissists is paramount, as their modus operandi thrives on seizing control if given the opportunity. That concludes our discourse for today. I trust you've gleaned valuable insights from our discussion. Feel free to share your thoughts by leaving a comment below. Your viewership is deeply appreciated, and I hope you take away something meaningful from this cinematic